Play, take what you can.
Ooh, that would have been so nice.
It almost looked like an around-the-net snake with just a little motion there. Wow, Stina pushed way wide. Good point by the Germans to start it off.
Just to add to the unpredictability of this match, by the way, this is the first time meeting between these two partnerships. Franziska and Kaufmann only started playing together last year. Made their debut at the European Championships.
And how did they do there?
Got a bronze medal.
Not too shabby. Remember, 19 years old, Annette Kaufmann, 48 in the world, 33-year-old Patrick Franziska next to her. Good reach here from Karlsson inside the table to extend and put the pressure on.
A beautiful side spinny flick there from Christian Karlsson.
Today's the coldest day we've been in Chengdu, so if you see Stina wiping her nose, it's getting chilly. But she seems loose enough to generate a lot of speed on the backhand opening here.
On average, the Germans are the taller pair, so playing into the crossover section could be a good tactic for the Swedes.
But here it's a drop just behind the net. Christian Karlsson with that soft touch. You talked about this earlier, a lot of different ways to define touch. Controlling the ball gently.
So delicately done there.
Good opening here as the serve drifts long. Annette Kaufmann getting a lot of racket speed coming into that. Interesting who decided to stand and who didn't for that point. Guess just freedom and feelings. Service error there from Christian Karlsson, who normally plays with that pendulum serve. Oh, back edge of the table here, a lot of pace coming in. Annette Kaufmann really getting physical on this one. Even some hair gets caught up after this. It was sort of like the Ivana moment against the lob earlier.
Wow.
What a rally. Strawberry to start it off, and it's countered right back. Stina with a bit of side spin in the receive game, and then the extension after.
Well, Berry's in her name, and she showed it right there. Brilliant point. The subtlety in these shots, sometimes a little bit less rotation, just enough pace to tempt the opponents to attack, but maybe force them to add their own spin and lift as opposed to go forward and close. That's right, yeah. Sometimes a fast push can be backspinny, sometimes it can be floaty with the same level of speed.
6-all.
So second towel break here, dead even. Good look at an underspin serve. Again, if you can make it look heavy, but it's not, deception, a huge factor.
6-all.
So out of the second towel break, level. Tough place to be. Christian refused to back up. Didn't miss by much, but this shot, that's a lot of power, full extension. You'd love to see it come back, but good position to be in, powerful. The Paul Bunyan of the German team. It's a big guy, Patrick Franziska. A giant, a gentle giant, but a giant slayer the same. The only player currently in the game after Yi Sang-soo retired and joined him actually to have beaten Fan Zhendong, Ma Long, and Xu Xin. Not even the Chinese team. No one else has done it.
7,
and more than once as well. That's the incredible thing. Well, with respect to Fan Zhendong and Ma Long. A big part of that is because of his backhand counter.
He's good at the table. He's got good touch, good openings.
7-8.
Not easy to serve to. But a step behind the table, you'll see him strong. Christian Karlsson serving, Annette Kaufmann on receive. Blast into the middle, the crossover section that you talked about targeting.
Yeah, good tactics here, and it's very rare you'll see
top draw player blocked with the forehand, but there was so much spin on that initial brush. There weren't many options for Patrick Franziska, and the shot from Karlsson to finish was sublime.
And a bit more pressure this time from Franz, but Karlsson with the good answer in response. Deep and wide to the forehand side to tie it up at the third towel break. Dead even, must win by 2. Not a bad receive there from Stina to the middle, but Franz going wide with that push out to the forehand. Again, if you can do that against a righty-lefty combo, you create a bit of a traffic jam. Players typically stay out of each other's way with this right-handed, left-handed combo. Good placement on the opening backhand. Karlsson sets up game point for the Swedes on serve.
Perfect placement again. Side spinny flick, curving, swerving into the transition zone.
But the opening from Franz, the serve comes a little bit long, and he does not let this opportunity slip. Stina served so well long to Lin Yunru. She's been incredible in the service game in mixed doubles. That said, this was a great read on receive. He didn't come in for a Chiquita. It would be tough to do that with the left-handed player waiting. You'd be crowding the table a bit if you don't finish the point. Short side catches the edge as Stina steps around, and it's game point for the Swedes once again.
So proactive, step back corner. Has got a lot of power, Stina Kallberg. Seemed like a little bit of a lottery shot because she didn't plant the feet so early, but managed to kiss the edge.
Almost right back. It's Annette Kaufmann who goes wide early on, takes some chances, and they pay off. Doesn't miss by much, really. The footwork, the chase. Second deuce point. Again, alternating serves until one pair has a 2-point lead. That is a rocket. Backhand blasted cross court. He's mixed it up so well from the elbow and this time wide to the backhand. Tough to predict.
K2, the wrestler. Oh, a stunning shot there.
On the jump, he was moving to the forehand, had to hold his horses for a moment, and it's a third deuce point, a fourth towel break. The Germans refusing to be taken down. So close. These moments, the ball comes down, could be real trouble. And now it's the Germans with the game point. The unpredictability factor from Christian Karlsson's backhand that we talked about. Right after that, I feel like the Germans have managed to control the table, get the Swedes just a step behind, and with abbreviated strokes, they've got their toes on the finish line to game one now. Stina's spin, the forehand, has caused a lot of problems for Franz on the other side.
Brilliant footwork there, great read. And it just dropped, died off the racket of Patrick Franziska. That was a quality brush up. So much dwell, gripping the ball. Managing to shut down the Franziska backhand is not easy.
And game point back to the Swedes. We've had some marathon matches so far. And this one we expect to be much longer than the one we saw earlier today with Team China, who's only dropped one game across 4 team matches. And a timeout now.
Sweden.
And for the first time in a long time, Stina's forehand doesn't come over. She's caused a lot of trouble with the slow brushing shots. Didn't get quite as low on this one as usual. Didn't get below it and get as much racket speed as we've seen. So the first point back from the timeout to the German pair, tied up again. That shot is so good.
15,
It's like he's
14.
just sort of teasing you first with the forehand, and then his follow-up. Second motion, he's waiting like, what do you think I'm about to do, huh?
Exactly. The fact that he's poised and still makes them, you know, guess what he's going to do. Paul Drinkall is also very, very good with that forehand flick. Special mention to him.
Footwork, Stina gets the cross court in, but
15-0.
Franz is right there, times it perfectly, and powers through with the counter. You don't get a more full stroke forehand from Franz than that one right there.
15-0.
Fifth towel break, and neither pair going to the towel. Big answer, Annette Kaufmann, a little bit of extra
15,
focus, took her
16.
time, got the feet there, quick steps, and made sure she kept the spin on.
The first shot of Franziska felt like an investment. Coming across the ball there to the wide Karlsson forehand, opening the table, and Kaufmann was prepared.
The investment was in Kaufmann to finish, and it paid off. Game point to the Germans. Deep shot. Goes cross court on this one. You can feel the stress. It's not easy hitting into Patrick Franziska.
Anton, the big brother there with a nice look. Stina Kallberg, his little sister, who just played a brilliant shot there to save game point.
Extra effort. Stina
17,
crosses
16.
and the pre-shot grunt to go wide to the forehand. Remember, the order of play is going to change after this game. This has been a fascinating order of play. In every game, you've got one side where the female player is playing to the male player. Men and women play the game a bit differently. Women tend to play faster, closer to the table, more compact. The men a little bit farther back, a little bit more spin and power.
17-0.
Well, the crowd getting a show of emotion here in a crucial moment. The after motion, and it catches the top of the net on that one to stay on their side. 8th deuce point. Extra spin, the muscle, the hustle, the movement, and even from a very tight space, the Swedes are back with their toes on the finish line again.
That was the second service error that Karlsson had made, so extra fuel to the fire there. What a game.
35 points already, and we're not through the first. It's more than enough to win a match, even in a best of 5.
18-0.
Crazy.
Germans still hanging on. By many standards, especially the strength, as we highlighted, of the women's team in Germany, the German team, you could consider the favorites to win this. If we had a fan vote, I would be surprised if it was the other way around.
Continue play. 18-0.
Slow spin from Stina, and Christian Karlsson with a patient shot.
Absolutely jaw-dropping from Franziska, this shot here. Karlsson belting it. Putting so much pressure over Annette Kaufmann.
Another chance to cash in the timeout. Good coverage, and the Swedes do it 2018 for the first point. Man, was that one step. Game number 2, Swedes in the lead. It's Stina to serve to Annette Kaufmann this time.
Love 1.
It'll be interesting to see how the rallies change now that the order of play is reversed. Wow, that one hits the net. Bounces, comes back over the net to the German side. Would have been cool to see Christian dive, but seemed out of reach. Franz has seen it before, right there and ready this time around.
Karlsson flick didn't quite have the same level of disguise there, and Franziska gobbled it up.
1-3.
Felt like in the latter end of the previous game, the Germans trying to start the rally with slow spin wasn't proving to be so effective for them.
It's a good length on the push right there from Franz, but Stina has a good response. There it is, nice push, and Annette Kaufmann to the short side. Karlsson right there with the counter. So adaptable, Stina, nice and central there. As the long push comes into the backhand, she's got the answer ready.
Quick push as well from Patrick Franziska, but because it was a float serve from Christian Karlsson, Franziska couldn't impact too much backspin there with his push. Very difficult to do that against a ball with nothing on it.
4-3.
Back in front where they started, they were up, what, 3-0? First point of the last 4 for the German pair. 2 in a row on serve.
3-5.
Wow, Patrick Franziska making it count. It's not easy to put the last point behind you, but it's pretty cool to see how quickly Stina was back in solution mode. Karlsson getting low and a shot that almost got you at home, right near the camera lens off of Franz's blade.
It's devastating, Karlsson. So powerful on both wings. And the long serve.
Yes, it was very effective against the left-handed Lin Yunru, but that's a player who creeps in for a backhand. She's just so good at serving it deep right to the baseline and not showing any differences on her delivery.
5-6.
And now
to recapture the scoreboard, Annette Kaufmann with the second serve. There's the flick, and the surprise factor is back for K2.
Firing out of the box. Beautiful shot. Catching Franziska by surprise.
Seven, 5.
This is interesting for me. Karlsson has made so many big backhands, but with the opening topspin of Stina, then the guiding shot, the way over, Annette Kaufmann just sort of guiding it back, changing the pace a little bit. That's a tough position to be in when you're Stina. Serve comes long and Franz has such a confident opening attack. I don't know. It makes you wonder if Christian Karlsson was expecting a Chiquita or something, because the long serve to the forehand of Franz.
Yeah. I mean, it just looked like she slightly miscued it.
Stina?
Yeah, it looked to me from the first reaction that she might have made it more bouncy than she intended. I have to look at it again to fully see, but it looked like she was a bit apologetic towards Karlsson.
Oh, curve comes in and the counter back. There's a little opening on the table and he sneaks through like wind and a window. Just a sliver, that's all he needs. Eight points apiece.
That's 8-0.
That looked like a Maharu Yoshimura serve. If you blinked for a moment, you might have thought it was a pendulum and kicking the other way, but it jumped to the left. And there's the pendulum, but Annette Kaufmann with the perfect read. She loves to read.
Such a meticulous young player, both of her parents athletes as well.
Tough ball to deal with. Franz investing all that racket speed and topspin. Getting very low on this. The net from Kaufmann on the push to leave Christian Karlsson with a lower ball. Third towel break, and it's 2 game points for the Germans to level the playing field at 1 point apiece. And they take care of business. The order of play that takes only getting to 11. Momentum and the serves. Annette Kaufmann to start off game 3. Smooth flick. You could hear the sound of the ball. If your eyes were shut, you'd know there wasn't a lot of rotation on that flick. Forced Karlsson to have to lift in response. Best point of the match for me is Strawberry from Stina. The rally continues. That one went on way longer than it felt like it would have.
Just stunning adaptation there from all those players there. I was amazed with the Stina Kallberg backhand from wide.
Changing it up this time. He's played so many out to what would be Annette Kaufmann's forehand on the parallel with that forehand side, so he tries to brush. 3-0 start for the German pair on receive. Now you could see the frustration, and you could hear the frustration from Stina as this serve came long, but not just came long, it wasn't as fast and right to the baseline as some of her others. Her long serves have been better than anyone I've seen on table 1 so far this week.
5, love.
It's a nice transition from an apology to a high five. The roar from Annette Kaufmann and the hand, watch this. Yo!
Yeah, she mustn't have seen that it hit the Franziska top edge. It was such a quick shot.
Yeah, she took the cue really quickly when she turned to celebrate and saw that her teammate, her partner, was apologizing. She's like, oops, my bad.
Yeah.
5
hand
love.
up, and while it's up, high five. Speaking of 5, switch sides of the table now.
Goodness me, that was a brilliant strawberry from Kallberg. Not quick, not so side spinning, but deep and to the crossover section. And what a shot from Kaufmann. Crazy.
Love 7.
Now looking at the lineups, we talked about the women's team of Germany and how Sweden really has an uphill battle. This game right now, the Germans have taken complete control of. We'll have some information about the next match to come with Linda Bergström and Sabine Winter that will make things a little bit more spicy here in Chengdu than you might have guessed. The break off the net, that's how they got on the scoreboard. Christian Karlsson. Wow, when they're down by so much right now that if there was an apology, I didn't see it. I think it was just, man, we've got a long way to go. Oh, 2 in a row.
Players, be careful.
Be careful.
I think you know what he means.
Yeah.
What does he mean?
I mean, I don't know if he just talking about like, make sure you don't, oh, come on.
Don't throw racket.
Cannot say that I agree with that at all.
Let's talk for a minute, he says.
Please don't throw racket against the net. I know, but.
Wow. That's, for me, that's unfair. Shouldn't be yellow for that. You're trying to get the ball back.
In all fairness, not really, because if you throw your racket at the ball, it doesn't matter if you get the ball back or not. The point's over, right? As soon as it leaves your hand, unless you're holding it at the point of contact. So I understand the confusion either way. In theory, the spirit is, yes, I'm trying to get the ball back, but as soon as the racket leaves your hand, it doesn't matter if you make it. Players know this.
2-8.
You're not used to getting carded for it, so interesting. I think what Franz might have been saying was as soon as our umpire said, I know, then Franz said, then why do I have a yellow card?
Yeah.
Heavy spin, Annette Kaufmann at the second towel break sets up a 6-point lead, 2 points away from their second point on the scoreboard. When I think Sabine Winter versus Choppers, I think Sabine Winter is the strong favorite. The Linda Bergström won in this event last time they played.
9-4.
So that's an interesting stat for you to chew on. Although last time they played, if I'm not mistaken, Sabina Winter did not have ante on the backhand. So good point there by the Swedes to make their way closer to that 9 on the other side. That said, it is 6 game and match points for the German pair. Soft hands all around. Stina goes for the down the line, a tough shot, but the Germans really pulled through strong in the end.